It was just like an endless shuttle service. The critically ill medevaced to the major hospitals of the South. Many broke down. We could not stand it. Night or day, people went home early from work. People pressed their hands to their ears and wept. Lucky me. I live in the center of town. Only twice was I awakened by helicopters, either circling or heading north to Owen Sound. I lay there, eyes wide, eyes seeing the implications, eyes hazing over, eyes unlikely to sleep anymore that night. Half of the town was sick. Nobody knew how many would die. The eyes have it.
Escherichia coli, commonly known as E. coli, is a dangerous strain of pathogenic E. coli commonly found in the gut of warm-blooded animals. The following picture reads, quote, "Though E. coli does not make animals sick, a main source of E. coli infection in humans is derived from animals, especially cattle. One can become infected merely by handling cattle or other animals, such as in an animal farming operation or petting zoo." End quote. A healthy adult with E. coli 0157H7 will usually make a recovery within 5 to 7 days. However, pregnant women, young children, elderly individuals, and patients with weakened immune systems are far more vulnerable to foodborne illnesses from E. coli 0157H7. The patient will typically experience symptoms within 3 to 4 days after being exposed to the bacteria. However, in some cases, symptoms may appear within 24 hours or 1 week later. Symptoms can include abdominal pain, diarrhea, nausea, vomiting, fever, and fatigue. A large number of infected people have no noticeable symptoms. However, they are capable of spreading the infection to others. Though there is no cure for E. coli, there are ways you can reduce your chances of being exposed. Don't eat risky foods like uncooked hamburgers and unwashed raw products. And avoid cross-contamination by washing utensils and your hands frequently. These are just few of the several ways you can protect yourself and others from E. coli 0157H7. This year marks the 17th anniversary of the Walkerton E.coli outbreak, a time when E. coli contaminated the water supply of the small community of Walkerton, Ontario, Canada. As a result, 7 people died and thousands were sickened. It all started when severe rainfall caused major flooding in the town on May 13, 2000. A drinking well, poorly maintained and running without a chlorinator, couldn't handle the massive amounts of water. This, along with the ignorance of the local and provincial governments, led to the tragedy. Here is a short timeline of the events that happened, reported by Steve Pekin in 2010.
10 years ago Saturday is when the first alarm bells started to go off that there was a problem with the water in Walkerton. And on May 17th, the Public Utilities Commission water manager, Stan Cable, receives the lab test showing that the water samples taken on the 15th are contaminated with E. coli. He does not notify the Ministry of the Environment. There you see May 18th, the first symptoms of E. coli infection are reported by Walkerton citizens. May 21st, a boil water advisory is implemented. May 22nd, the first death directly linked to E. coli infection. June the 9th, the last case of E. coli infection from the Walkerton tragedy is reported. December 5th, it's 10 years ago, the boil water advisory in Walkerton ends, and in a town of roughly 5,000 people, more than 2,300 got sick, and 7 died from drinking tainted water.
The Walkerton tragedy is a serious reminder of what many Canadians take for granted: clean and safe drinking water.